independently? I know you spoke about that. Is that still a go?
See, it was going to be August because I wanted to jump them. I wanted to start in when they was on vacation to take the time slot from them because they're not going to want to compete. Now they fired. They fired. You know what I mean?
So nobody from Gil's Arena is coming back?
Josiah.
Shout out Josiah.
I had the contract since January, bro. I was recruiting because their contract is in September. So I figured that they would be held all the way to September. So I was like, all right, let me get my people. I saved some of the staff members that got fired from the new dude.
But the actual rotating cast.
Yeah, they all got fired.
Nick, Rashad.
Definitely Rashad. I know they still had to do their job, but like I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
You said Rashad specifically. Was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
It's becoming impossible to ignore that Gilbert Arenas has finally acknowledged there's genuine friction between himself and Rashad McCants, and his latest development could completely shift the conversation. I've been following this story every step of the way, and Gilbert's newest remarks seem to confirm the exact concerns I raised in my earlier coverage about Rashad's involvement behind the scenes. You won't believe how quickly this drama has escalated because Rashad McCants recently fired back, accusing Gilbert of being self-centered and saying he only prioritizes himself instead of the people closest to him. Those comments instantly sparked debate, and now Gilbert has answered in his own fashion during a recent appearance on Carmelo Anthony's podcast, where he addressed the ongoing Gil's Arena controversy. But before we unpack Gilbert's side of the story, it's worth looking back at a clip of Rashad McCants because it provides key context and makes everything that follows much easier to piece together. So stick around as we play Rashad's comments about Gilbert Arenas first, then break down why this feud is suddenly back in the spotlight and why everyone seems to be weighing in.
I don't really talk to nobody. I don't really get into the semantics. All I know is Gil want to do his own.
Okay.
So who left?
Mike
did Gil leave or did they kick Gil out?
You can't kick Gil out and we stay. That don't make no sense.
So Gil left.
Gil.
Yes or no? Don't start.
I feel like Gil be ducking me because I be tearing up. That's how I feel. I feel like I be tearing up and Gil can't handle that shit. Gil want to win. I be tearing up. I'm not gonna lie. I be tearing up.
Right,
He don't like, and I'm the that just be going against the grain all the time. I done had to say, man, I ain't come over here to argue. I'm like, we here, it's a debate show. What are you talking about? You didn't come here to argue. This is what we built. We built the whole platform on arguing. The reason they tuning in is they want to see what we're arguing about today.
Correct this for me. They let the white people come in and take Gil out and replace him with Skip.
Say that, yeah. That's not.
What is
not
the
it.
truth of the matter?
That's not it, man. That's not it. I'll say this because I don't want to be speaking for nobody because nobody has said.
Don't say nothing out of
nobody
out
but
of
Gil
class.
has said anything. Like, he's the only one going his own and be like, "This is what's happening." But he like to save his own face.
Right.
That's him. He ain't trying to save everybody else.
Yeah.
But he'll save him.
Yeah.
It ain't no white man. They came in and helped us build the pay for the whole production, the whole all that. It's a sponsor.
Yeah.
Like it ain't no he brought Skip in.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. To the people that don't know no better.
And Skip was drowning. He saved that.
Yeah. We was trying to figure out why he was doing it. We don't need Skip, bro.
Right.
We killing. But it was like, yo, what you gonna do? We bring Skip Bayless and we're gonna bring, I'm like, hey, bring Skip in, bro. If he can save you, try. Right. I'm still on your.
That was Rashad McCants' recent interview with Shannon Sharp, where he laid out his side of everything surrounding the Gil's Arena fallout. As you just watched, Rashad didn't sugarcoat anything, accusing Gilbert of putting himself first and claiming he cares more about his own success than the people who helped build the platform with him. He even argued that Gilbert wanted to distance himself from the crew just to prove he was bigger than everyone else, comparing that mentality to Michael Jackson wanting to stand on his own. But here's where the story takes another turn. Gilbert has now responded, making it clear that in his view, Rashad was the one who picked a side when nobody forced him to do it. That completely changes how this situation can be viewed. And there's another piece of the puzzle that many people may have missed. Think back to when I showed Gilbert Arenas announcing his new partnership with Playmaker and Nick Young was right there by his side. Because Gilbert also posted another clip that might reveal even more about where everyone's loyalty really lies.
From clip. Ain't that many. No. Yeah, he's on up to it, 100%. He's on up to it. We appreciate it. Appreciate it all. Thank you guys. Look who showed up. Thought she was fired, huh? Thought she was fired. Looking like, oh, so crazy. You supposed to be fired, man. After you go here, that's why I'm outside. When you go over here, it's going to be fine.
So from that footage, it looked like everyone had gathered for Playmaker's official launch event to welcome Gilbert Arenas and officially introduce Gil's Arena to its new platform. As you could see, the event brought together well-known names like Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, along with several creators and personalities from the Playmaker podcast network, making it a significant moment for the brand. We also saw Gilbert Arenas taking photos with Shannon Sharpe, while Chad Ochocinco and Joe Johnson were among the familiar faces in attendance. The reason this matters is because not long after that event, Nick Young uploaded another video taking direct shots at Rashad McCants and Underdog, and this is where the story takes another unexpected turn. One statement especially grabbed attention because Nick claimed Gilbert Arenas had warned everyone months in advance about what was happening behind the scenes with Underdog, well before the situation became public. If there's any truth to that claim, then you won't believe how much it could change the way people look at this entire fallout. So let's check out exactly what Nick Young said and why his comments have everyone talking.
I don't know. Me and Gilbert is like brothers. That's my big bro. This nigga thought he thought he was gonna leave me and do a show by himself. Shit. Hey man, you can't leave me. I showed up in New York like, hey nigga, it's gonna be all year. You might as well get used to it. So, might as well sign me or you're gonna have to deal with me every day. At your door, at the school. There's nowhere you could go that I'm not gonna be there. The mother niggas is like Thunderbolt. For me, I'm Spider-Man. You need this swag. So look, they gonna say, man, what you doing here? I said, you thought you could leave me. I didn't have no Underdog outfit on. But it's crazy. Gil told me all this was gonna happen before it happened. We just having conversations. It's crazy how it played out. He said it was gonna happen. And it did. So look, y'all, hey look, man, I'm the newest member of the Gilbert.
The reason I wanted to play that clip is because it lines up almost perfectly with what Gilbert Arenas later revealed during his conversation with Carmelo Anthony. And this is where the entire story takes another dramatic twist. According to Gilbert, this was the exact moment his relationship with Rashad McCants started falling apart, because he says Rashad already knew everything that was happening behind the scenes before the public ever found out. Instead of backing him, Gilbert claims Rashad made a different choice and even publicly supported the person Gilbert believes was working from inside Underdog to undermine and ultimately break apart Gil's Arena. If Gilbert's account is accurate, then this explains why their friendship unraveled so quickly and adds an entirely new dimension to the feud that many people may not have considered. Whether you believe Gilbert's side or Rashad's, you can understand why tensions have remained so high and why this story refuses to disappear from the headlines. So let's hear Gilbert explain the situation in his own words first, and once the clip is over, we'll break down the biggest takeaways and what they could mean moving forward.
Like independently, I know you spoke about that. Is that still a go?
See, it was going to be August because I wanted to jump them. I wanted to start in when they was on vacation to take the time slot from them because they're not going to want to compete. Now they fired. They fired. You know what I mean?
So nobody from Gil's Arena is coming back?
Josiah.
Shout out Josiah.
I had the contract since January, bro. I was recruiting because their contract is in September. So I figured that they would be held all the way to September. So I was like, all right, let me get my people. I saved some of the staff members that got fired from the new dude.
But the actual rotating cast.
Yeah, they all got fired.
Nick, Rashad.
Definitely Rashad. I know they still had to do their job, but like I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
You said Rashad specifically. Was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
like, I really can't?
He kept shouting out the dude that was tanking our show. The dude didn't do nothing for you. Your deal was done before he got here. Real talk, he tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. Skip was getting paid for 4 days. He was only there 3. One was going to be our show, and that was to replace him because they both contrarian. They said Skip does it better. They're looking for these sponsors, so they're trying to fire you. Me and Joe standing on 10 toes. We're good with our roster. We're number 1 with our roster. So what they did is like, all right, well, Joe and Gil ain't breaking. Hey, Rashad, you want to go to the football? Yeah, come on football on Friday. Yeah, do a little football. So you're going to jump on the football. Then they're like, hey, can Skip come on the show with you? We could do that on Friday too. Then they do an episode with Skip on Friday. And he's like, oh man, me and Skip, and they did that to him. But I'm like, yo, dude never did anything. Why are you going with dude? I told you we had beef and we had war. He's trying to take over Gil's arena. So you giving him shout outs, 3 of them. So I'm like, all right. It ain't Underdog. Me and Underdog, we good. They just hired a dude who was just a weed. And he kept shotting this dude out. And I was like, all right, okay, y'all got something going on. He done promised you something.
It's a dirty business, boy.
Rashad didn't have no problems. Like, I didn't have no problem. Like, what he did is what he did. It's just that, why you, like, him? Like, why are you picking him over us?
Y'all haven't spoken since?
Nah. If it was Underdog, like, giving him a better position and say, an Underdog in Germany, like, yo, we want you as a star. Cool. Like, what you did for 4 years, you deserve your own show and all this.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But I told you, I have a problem. Me and Joe, he's trying to fire us. He tried to fire you. So we're standing down for you. So for you to pick his side, that became a problem.
So, those were the latest moments from Carmelo Anthony's podcast, and I wanted to put every piece together so you could see the complete story, instead of only hearing isolated clips floating around online. I've been covering this situation since the very beginning, so my goal was to connect the timeline, fill in the missing context, and explain why this fallout has turned into one of the biggest conversations surrounding Gil's arena. Based on everything that's come out so far, it certainly appears that Rashad McCants won't be returning for the next episode of Gil's Arena, and that likely answers the question so many of you have been asking. Of course, nothing is ever final until more develops, so we'll have to wait and see what happens next. But one thing is clear, the tension between both sides is becoming harder and harder to deny. Hopefully this breakdown gave you a clearer timeline, helped separate the facts from the speculation, and offered a better understanding of what may really be happening behind the scenes.